Hello, beautiful souls. I hope you're doing amazing. If you're new, my name is Amber. Thank you for being here. And if you're returning, thank you for lending your energy to the channel. It really, really helps. I am wrapped up like a burrito right now. I'm in a really good meditative state. I'm feeling great. And for some reason, I left this up here. For some reason, I really wanted to do a general love reading. I'm not going to break it up. Well, let me explain. So, earlier, a couple of days ago, I did one for everyone. I even broke down all the signs and everything. And a lot of it, I asked for Spirit to talk to me about love. And a lot of it was about self-love, self-respect, and things like that, which I thought was really interesting that it just kind of flipped over that way. And that's what, love is more than that. Love is unconditional in all sorts of ways. It doesn't have to be like intimate or anything like that, and I understand. But I want to do a collective reading just about love in general. Like what's the love energies looking like? What's going on in love? So that's what brings me here today. And let's see. So first I'm going to pull out oracle cards so I can get a story going. All right. So, a lot of you have been spending time either away from your partner or just disconnected, meaning that you're not really connecting, or you're not like mentally connecting with your partner, or you may physically be away from them. I feel like that's going to change, and a lot of people are either going to be coming back thinking about what they might have done wrong and trying to rectify that or something of that nature. But what's interesting is, even though a person may come back, or a person you've been waiting on contacts you, you think you're going to act a certain way. You think you're going to do something. But from what I feel here, a lot of you are really going to be redirecting that. Okay? And being like, does this person really care about me? Is this really what I want? I'm looking for something more. And I'm looking for something better. And I'm looking for something stronger than this. Right? Some of you though will find a connection that really is something amazing. Okay? But I feel like for a lot of you who do, this is going to be work. This is not going to be like a fly-by-night romance, everybody's great kind of relationship. This means that you're going to have to put in real legitimate work. Both of you know that you want this, and both of you know that it's going to take work and dedication. Okay? That's what I can see here with that. So let's see what we got first. Yeah. So I feel like there are some conflicts and things that need to be resolved in everyone's love life or in this love energy. Okay? And it isn't nothing to really worry about. It just means that there needs to be some extra work put in. And of course, there are some things that need to be realized. There are going to be some shadow moments for a lot of you. Okay? Really figuring out what you want and what you need so you can like narrow it down and focus on what that is and not deflect that onto your partner. And really making a lot of you haven't really made the decision that you truly honestly want to be with a person. And once you get all the other stuff cleared up, you'll decide whether or not you want to be with them or not, is what I see. Okay? I feel like your partner always wanted to come back to you. Okay? Like the partners always wanted to come back, or they always wanted to return, or they promised to do better. Okay? But the problem is they're not going to come back different. And I think that's the big thing that we need to talk about is that they're not going to come back a different person. They're the same person with the same issues. Are you willing to handle that? Are you willing to be dedicated to having this type of relationship with this person and knowing that you're going to have these ups and downs, right? Because I don't feel like, honestly, collective you guys, that your partner's ready to get out of it. They're not ready to really let it go. You're on a different wavelength, but I don't feel like they are, okay? And what's interesting is I feel like for a lot of you, once you decide, trying to decide if you want to be with this person or not, or try to make it work, they may get really cocky and be like, oh, well, I knew they weren't going to leave me. And that kind of defeats the purpose of all the work that you've been trying to do, because you're trying to be on a higher energy level and you're trying to be more understanding of what's going on here. And I can definitely see that that's what you're trying to do. I see, though, by the end of this month, though, you're not really quite going to make a decision here about what it is that you want to do. It has a lot to do with you feeling like there's conflict and your partner just wanting to come in and not wanting to fix it. It's like there's work that needs to be done here. We just can't jump right into this. Really decide if you want to, because what's going to happen is you're going to be carrying this relationship. So I feel like the reconciliation, because they're giving me this energy of like initially everything's great, they're acting good, and then as things move on, that's when you start to see what the problems were, that things really haven't changed. And then you have to decide how much you're willing to give, okay? How much are you willing to give? How much are they giving? And kind of balance things out, figure out what the balance is here, okay? And the reason why that's so important is because you don't want to be giving too much of yourself. You don't want to be trapped in a situation where you're not happy, where you're overindulging, when your partner is overindulging because they're greedy and they just want your attention and your love, and you're not receiving that back. That is going to change. And that is here why the Five of Cups is in reverse. Because two reasons. A lot of you are trying to restore relationships, or your partner's trying to restore relationships. But there also comes a point where you have to accept what is, right? Sometimes that's not meant to be. Even though you really want to be with someone, sometimes it's not meant to be, okay? And a lot of you have to accept the fact that it's going to be hard work. If you want to keep this journey, you want to hold on to this, it's going to be work. It's always work. Nothing is ever easy, okay? But also know that there comes a moment when you have to balance. You have to step back and figure out if this is worth your time and energy, okay? So let's go spiritual advice on this one. I'm just going to pull these out. This is another one of my favorite decks that you don't see me use all the time, but I use it in my daily life when I need to pull cards. But so we have the cross, the house, and the birds. And really, guys, it's about figuring out what it is that you're giving up, what it is that you're sacrificing of yourself. You were doing all of this to kind of create something or make something happen, or to reconnect with someone. Okay, that happened. Congratulations, applause, right? But what have you actually built? What are the foundations here? Okay? What are the foundations? What are you going off of? What do you have? Is this something you want to carry to the future? These are things that you have to think about, okay? And I feel like as you get unfocused from what your initial goal was, just to be with a person or just to be connected with them, and this could be them with you as well, okay? So keep that in mind, that it starts to get more active. There's a lot smaller, because they're showing me there's smaller parts to the bigger machine, okay? So how do we communicate? How is our financials together, okay? Can we get through problems with arguing? Does my partner want to talk and not just shut down? These are things that are also important as well, but I feel like as time progresses and we move more into things, that's where you're going to be with your partner, okay? All right, thank you for listening, guys. If you need more information on your specific love energies, please check the description box below for a reading, or you can go to this website here, okay? After this video, I think I'm gonna connect this one with the reading that I did on all love, but it turned out to be more like self-love, I think. But anyway, I'm gonna release it because it's yours, and I'll talk to you later. Bye bye. I love you.